Next speaker's coming up. We got Joe Sena, the CEO of Spartan Races. He also is the founder of Death Race, and he is New York Times best-selling author of Spartan Up. He's here with Andy Rovat, Olympian. We're super excited to have them both with us. So thank you for joining us.
How you doing? I'm in a garage. It's a little noisy, but there's a wrestling mat, so I could be on brand coming off Ben.
I love it. I love it. How many workouts have you gotten in since the whole quarantine? Are you at 300 or something?
Oh, I'm past 300. I was doing 4 a day for, got to be 400 and change by now. Yeah.
You're an absolute workout machine.
I just like to keep busy, you know? It makes me forget all the shit that's going on around the world.
You're doing the thing right now, huh?
I got the rope machine right now. Yeah.
Well, crap, I'm going to get my dumbbells. I'm not going to just be sitting here still. I don't like being outworked.
Let's go. You do something, I'll do something. But listen, Ben was on fire. I mean, he had a list of questions in front of him. He was like, boom, boom, boom. I don't have any questions. You're going to ask me questions? How are we going to do this?
We'll just kick it in. Let's talk about, we'll start off. You're, super successful business. What percentage of that would you say is the technical skills of business versus your mentality, your mental toughness, your heart?
I was actually thinking about that today. I've got a couple of construction projects that I'm attempting to do because I've got downtime, obviously, with events not going on. And I come from a construction background. My dad pushed me in construction, when I was a little kid. And it creates a mindset, contracting, right? You got to be on it. You follow up. You don't just send an email and cross your fingers and hope somebody gets back to you. You're always on. And I thought, we have 4 children, my wife and I. They're young. Wrestling's great, obviously, to build a resilient mind. Sports are good. Speaking another language, we push the kids to do Mandarin. We push the kids to do math, but they don't know contracting. Contracting, everything that can go wrong does go wrong. So I came from that background, and I really think it's that mindset. It's not the Ivy League education that people get. It's not I think it's that just don't quit mindset. Just you're always on it. That makes you successful in business. I mean, Ben, he said it, right? What did he say? He said everybody fails, and so you're gonna fail. But it's that, I don't know, it's that ferocious everyday attack. I think that just gets it done and helps you achieve success. If that makes sense.
Makes a lot of sense. Now, if you were going to start training a kid for entrepreneurial success or for business, what might be some jobs you'd have them do at a young age? Not so much for the money, but for the skills.
I'd have him or her mix cement. I'd have them do some carpentry. I'd have them dig some holes. I mean, just hard work where you don't understand why you're doing it. You don't see the outcome for a while, but then you eventually see it all come together. You make mistakes along the way. The cement hardens before you have it all laid out, and then you gotta break the cement and do it again, and you wasted money and you get yelled at. I think you got to go through that whole process to become a better human being. And as a parent, you don't want your kids to fail. They have to fail. They have to be up against it, right? And it's not enough to just do sports. It's not enough. And I'm excited about doing these 2 projects because the kids are going to get in the mix, just like I did when I was a kid.
Yeah. I know one of the wrestlers, not one of our wrestlers, but one of the good friends, Eric Guerrero, 3-time NCAA champ. He was an Olympian. He said some of his toughest workouts were doing construction with his dad. That's absolutely what I'm talking about there.
No doubt about it. I agree 1,000%. You and I we haven't talked in a while. I put on a kid's death race, a 2-week death race with Andy on the farm, and we had the kids build a stone structure on top of the mountain. They carried thousands of pounds of stone up the mountain. That will go down in their memories. It is etched in their brains as the hardest thing they've ever done in their life. I mean, unbeknownst to me and Andy, they were texting their parents every night. Get me the F out of here. These guys are crazy. This camp must be illegal. We're crying every day. Everybody got tricked into being here. And by the end of it, they were writing, thank yous. Like, you literally changed our life. So that was a construction project that that had that same effect.
Yeah, definitely. Saw a great video of you on Instagram. You were talking about being able to get in the weeds and motivating the people that work at your business. And you said that you have no problem calling people up midday, creating a deadline, making them uncomfortable. Can you speak about that?
Yeah, like nothing good happens without a deadline, without a date on the calendar. I mean, if you could just do it based on your own motivation, we wouldn't need foremen, right? We wouldn't need professors. We wouldn't need parents. You know, people would just get the job done always on time or before it was due. But the reality is we don't. You know, generally speaking, there's a few people out there that get it done on time or before, but generally speaking, we don't get it done. We miss deadlines, we miss dates. And so what I found, especially coming from a construction background, is, hey guys, we're staying late tonight. I ordered a bunch of pizza and salad, and we're staying, and we're getting this done so that we can get a leg up on tomorrow. So yeah, it's just throwing out big, audacious goals, seemingly impossible targets, and we get close. And close to an impossible target, we're ahead of the game, if that makes sense.
Absolutely. So it seems like the times we've spoken, the things I see with you, it seems like you're operating on very high level, multiple domains that I want to be real good at. Family being top priority, business, and exercising like a madman. What are some of your tips for scheduling or how to balance it? Maybe it isn't even balanced. Maybe it's more shifting your weight to an optimal point at one time or another. But you got the business, you got the exercise, you got the family. How do you do it all? What are some of the tips for us?
You got to wake up early. I mean, obvious. You got to go to bed early. You got to stay fit. You got to eat healthy. You got to take cold showers. I'm actually going to put together a little book. I mean, these are ancient wisdoms. This is not new stuff. It just blows me away at how much of the population doesn't know these things. And you can't just tackle one leg of the stool. You can't say, hey, I'm doing my cardio every day, but you're eating like shit and you're not getting enough sleep and you're not drinking enough water and you're drinking out. Like it requires you to cover all legs of the stool, right? Nutrition, the mental side, the physical side, the community side, the family side. So, and it's hard, like you said, when you got a business to run and you got a family to deal with and you got COVID and you're trying to stay fit and the kids and like, it's a lot. So, but you know what? I'm not getting shot at. It's not the Great Depression. I'm not living in Siberia. So you deal with it. You wake up early, you go to bed early, you take care of yourself. Right? It's not that hard.
Right. And also if you're exercising with your kids, if you could bring family into it, now you're kind of killing two birds with one stone.
I do it every morning. I wake them up pre 6 a.m. every morning. It's a knockdown, drag out fight. I know I'm going to be on the phone with you. I can get 1,000 feet in on the rope. I'll get that done. Oh, I got a meeting with somebody. Oh, we'll go for a run. We'll run slow and we'll talk. People talk about, this idea of work-life balance. And I say, no, work-life integration. Just integrate the whole thing. One big mess.
Yeah, I agree. It'd be hard to operate in all those cylinders if you're actually not doing that. Do you find there's a way to do that better than others, or like shifting that it's at certain times where, because yes, business, I agree. There's some business calls I could take while I'm going for a run. There's other times where you can't necessarily do that. Like, how do you draw those lines and kind of know when to do that?
Well, I get on the laptop and I sit down when I have to on those calls, but I do this when I can. I do the rope climb when I can. And by the way, it's part of my brand, right? I'll carry a kettlebell everywhere I go. Like I just integrate it into my life. And my wife will say, I mean, this is always tricky. My wife will say, oh, let the girls sleep over their friend's house. No, if the girls sleep over their friend's house, then I got to go wake the friends up at 5:45 in the morning to get the girls back to our house. Then it's a fight. So I try to set the stage. And the ancient Spartans believed this, by the way. You've got to set yourself up in your environment where it's likely to happen. So like when gyms were open, you guys remember, right? When gyms were open, you live near the gym if that's what it takes. Or you set up a thing in your garage like I did here. You work out of the garage. I'm built this little rope machine, by the way. I'm building for a friend of mine. He's got an office. He's got 1,500 people in the office. I said, I'm going to build you little booths where employees can go in and they could multitask. They could set up their little computer. They could drop their phone. They could do conference calls and stay fit. Some managers, some CEOs will say, Joe, that's ridiculous. What, like, if the person's working, they should work. If they're exercising, they should exercise. I say bullshit because when I'm doing this, I'm moving blood, and if I'm moving blood, I'm more creative. I'm getting stuff done.
Yeah, and again, if you have multiple goals in different aspects of life, it's gonna be almost impossible. I really like that work-life integration. Yeah, that's critical. So
I got another secret. Email me afterwards, joe@spartan.com. I got another secret. It's going to sound self-serving. I'm really not looking to be promotional. I got Spartan energy pills. I'm going to send you some. It's another secret to making it all work.
All right, excellent. Talk about mental mistakes you see in business and sports.
I guess quitting, right? I guess quitting because there's nothing ever that bad. By the way, I see stuff coming in. Are you seeing those questions? You'll feed me those questions?
I will.
All right, awesome. I don't think there's anything ever that bad. Like death is bad, right? You're dead, you're gone, it's over. But up until then, there's no reason to stop fighting. You fight all the way. You might have to pivot along the way, but I think the biggest mistake we see is people give up too early. And don't forget, I've had 7 million people come through the system, do the races. I've talked to tens of thousands of them personally. And in almost every single case, those that quit regret it. There are times you're supposed to pivot.
Yeah. And it would seem like this be one of those times during the whole Corona thing and everything. You got to find a way. No, don't find an excuse. Find a way. That's the best of doing.
I like that sentence. Don't find an excuse. Find a way.
Roberto Furtado asks, how did you build the rope machine in your garage?
I got a friend of mine who's a welder and makes these things, and he sends them to me. So pretty much everywhere I am in the world, I have one of these rope machines. I had it in Asia. I had it in Vancouver. I got it here in Long Island. I got it in Vermont. And it's just like, I'm not sweating. I'm not out of breath right now, but I'll cover, hang on one second. Did I lose you? You back?
Good.
I'll cover 1,000 feet while I'm talking to you. So email me, joe@spartan.com, and I'll hook you up with
the energy pills.
And I'll get you energy pills, but I'll also get you. I'm not going to buy you a rope machine, but my friend will make one for you if you want it.
Excellent, thank you. Yeah, and now making me feel like I usually have my gripper when I drive in my car. I got my gripper in hand, but I should have thought enough to bring the gripper here with me. You
should have that gripper with you. You should have a rope. You should be doing like they got those little bicycles you put under your desk. For 8 years I got on a spin bike while I was trading on my trading desk when we had the Wall Street firm. I would sit there on a Schwinn spin bike and just pedal away.
Yeah, there's just if you maximize your time, there's so much you could do. You could be driving, you could be listening to a podcast, you could be pumping a gripper. There's just a ton that could be done. So I think people just underestimate how much you could do, and I think it's so important that people see you do this, speak about this, and realize, yeah.
Well, a couple of things. One is let's not forget how stressful everything, the family, the business, everything is, right? So you got to relieve some of that stress. You and I know, everybody out there knows, exercise helps relieve some of that stress. Number two, let's not forget, even though this is very mild exercise, the benefits of this. I had an SpaceX engineer on the phone the other day. He spun out of SpaceX. He started a company where he measures your glucose levels, your hormonal levels. And what he's finding is after a meal, when he looks at the data of all these human beings he's studying, just doing mild exercise is a game changer for your digestive system, your hormones, your glucose levels, your energy levels. So don't downplay how beneficial. Just sitting here, I can still talk. I'm not out of breath. I'm not sweating. You know what I mean? Very beneficial for you, for me.
It's better to do a lot than to do a little.
I love it. I love these little sentences. This is a good one. You got to send me these.
Yeah, I saw it on a bumper sticker on the way over today. Now you got to know this stuff. You're going to be a motivational speaker. I got to know that. I got to know.
You got to have these at your fingertips.
I got to be ready to go. But it's true. And I love the Spartans. I always talk about that. One of my most common presentations, I say, you look at the great warriors of all time. I bring up the U.S. military, the armed services. I bring up the Spartans. I say, what do they have in common? Two things. They know what they believe, and they're willing to die for it. They're willing to put it on the line. They're able to take those chances. We had Matt Lindland on, the Olympic Greco-Roman coach, and he spoke about the importance of being able to take a risk. Not things that are stupid, but being able to put it on the line. And so few people are really willing to put it on the line and take that risk.
You got to have my father used to say, you got to have the stomach for it. If you want to go out there and start a business, you got to have the stomach for it. It's going to be, it's going to be a knife fight. You're not even coming to the fight with a gun, right? It's a close knife fight all day, every day. So you got to have the stomach for it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Great stuff. So what can we expect from Spartan coming up? Anything you can share with us?
Well, I mean, we're working like crazy on content, television shows, et cetera. COVID's thrown a monkey wrench in everything. DECA, I'm wearing the shirt. DECA is a new product that was about to launch right before COVID. It's an indoor product. If you could visualize a Spartan race, but indoor and a little more clinical, a little more institutional. So 10, DECA stands for 10, right? 10 stations that you compete against others in. And my 14-year-old kicked my ass at it. But so we got DECA, we got television we're working on, we got tons of merchandise. Merchandise has done really well, but I think merchandise has done well for everybody because of COVID. People are sitting at home and ordering stuff online. Nutrition, I got those products that are, again, I don't want to sound like a late night salesman. Send me an email, I'll send them to you. You'll be blown away.
That's awesome. No, I want people that was going to be one of my next questions for you. Where can people find more information? Where do we send them?
Yes, just shoot me an email. I mean, obviously you can go to Spartan.com, but shoot me an email. Hey, Joe, I heard about this or I heard about that or whatever. You got a question. I open my email up to the world. Just don't send me a long email. Leave it like 3 sentences or less, and I'm happy to help any way I can.
Joe, do we have 4 minutes to do Thunderstruck burpees?
Yeah. Are we doing Thunderstruck burpees? Let's do it.
You want to throw it on, Gene? Do you have the song?
Wait, hold up. What are we doing here?
4 minutes. We're gonna put on Thunderstruck and we'll do a burpee every time.
Every time we hear.
Every time we hear thunder.
Yeah, it's about 38 times or something.
But who can play it?
All right, I guess I'll play it. Whatever.
I'll
Play it. I can hear it. I can't play it.
Dad's got a nice speaker over there.
I didn't realize where it could be. What the heck? I got it.
Tell me when you got.
Far be it for me to disrupt the organic flow of life. I'm gonna go to bed pretty bad, but I'm gonna bang this out even with the full bladder.
Wait a minute. Wait for me. Don't go without me. Yeah.
You hear it?
We're jogging in place in between.
I can't hear it.
No?
I can't hear anything. Oh.
Give me 1 minute. Yeah.
All right, good. Take the minute. I'm gonna run to the bathroom.
Yeah.
All right. While everybody's getting set up for that, just as a reminder, thank you again for coming on. We got Matt Brown that's going to join us in a moment. Gene's been energized with the Immortal Coffee brand. Matt's going to talk about that. There is a promo code for that coffee that you'll hear about. Just Mindset. I believe it'll give you 15% off for the next week or so. Joe, thanks for joining us. It looks like Jeff is ready to get it rolling, though.
All right, I'm gonna do it, man.
Ready?
Here now.
Can't hear it. I can't hear it.
I'm just gonna do thunder. I'm just gonna do burpees.
Well done.
That's that.
That's that. Nice way to end it.
That's right.
Yeah. And at least I did some activity today.
You're awesome.
Joe, thank you. Really appreciate it. Great stuff.
Thank you, Joe.
Shoot me an email, guys.